We are talking about the JOAO FELIX transfer. Are we talking about the JOAO FELIX transfer to Manchester United? Hello, everyone, and thank you for being part of United. I had to make a point, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss it to whatever we've got to bring to you. As long as it is sports and as long as it is Manchester United related, we are always definitely dedicated to bring to you the latest right here. So, what brings us today? We're talking about a major transfer, a big transfer, and that is none other than Joao Felix, who is a Portuguese football player, and not forgetting that no Tony does he play for the Portugal side. He also plays for a wonderful club, and that's Atletico Madrid. He's been playing for Atletico Madrid for some time now, and everything has been going on quite well for him. Him trying to play very nice football, very great football. For those of you who watched the World Cup, you realize that he was a great football player. He played quite well. Undoubtedly, there is no reason whatsoever as a club could opt not having this gentleman. So let us know in the comment section so that definitely you can not miss out on whatever we've got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Arsenal, Manchester United related, and we are always dedicated to bring to you the latest right here at United Die Hard. So we're talking about Joao Felix, who is a wonderful football player, one of the best football players, and we are also going to look at the circumstances under which this signing is definitely going to be happening, and how good is this player? How good is Joao Felix, and why is it so good for Manchester United? Why is it a big opportunity for Manchester United to have this gentleman? And also, we also be going to look into how worth it is. Is it worth getting Joao Felix, or it's going to be a waste of money? Let us know what you think in the comment section so that you do not miss out on whatever we've got to bring to us. We are going to be digging deep into Joao Felix. It will be remembered that Joao Felix is available on loan. And between me and you, we all know that 19 million pounds is quite a lot of money for 6 months, because Joao Felix is available on loan for 6 months, and after that he will be possibly returning back to Atletico Madrid. However, it could be vice versa. He could go to Manchester United on a 6 months loan, and after the 6 months loan, there could be a possibility that Manchester United can have a one-on-one with Atletico Madrid about this gentleman staying at Manchester United. However, because he was bought quite a lot of money from Benfica, it was more than 100 million pounds that was bought, so that he could make this transfer. He could go. He could definitely go to another club. He could go to Atletico Madrid. So Atletico Madrid is finding it a bit complicated in leaving this gentleman because they invested quite a lot of money in this gentleman. So I personally think it's good. It's good for them to release him, because he's had a bit of hard time with the manager there, and Diego Simeone has sort of not understood this gentleman quite well. He's not played him enough. He's not understood him quite well. They've had their own differences between coach and between manager and player, but that does not that does not take off the reality that he is a wonderful football player. He's one of the best. For those of you who saw him playing in the World Cup that recently was concluded, you definitely saw that everything that he was playing, whatever he was doing, was always on point. He was definitely always on point. So I personally think he is a great one. He is one of the best. But before we go any further, while we're still talking about the length of time, this gentleman has at Manchester, could have at Manchester United, the 6 months that are being talked about, I think it's quite a lot of money to be invested in for a player who is going to be on a 6 months loan, and there is a possibility of him going back to Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid had to choose between Joao Felix, whether Joao Felix will remain, or Diego Simeone will remain as the manager. Then it came out that that was not going to happen, that Joao Felix Felix was going to stay because they wanted Diego Simeone to also remain at the club. So they are giving him off on loan. And I personally think they just want to make quite a lot of money out of JOAO Felix. That's what Atletico Madrid is trying to do. They want to loan him and get that 19 million pound. And after loaning him, there is a big possibility that after loaning him, they will definitely, after loaning him, they will after loaning him, they will sell him after the 6 months. It could be more than 100 million pound. And if they say they have got him, they are selling him at 100 million pound after 6 months, after a club that has paid 19 million pound, that will definitely mean that he's worth, or he will, they will have got something like 120 million pounds, something like that, and that will definitely be okay for them. So, but I think what Atletico Madrid is definitely doing is a bit tricky. But once when you see how Manchester United has been playing, Manchester United definitely needs this football player. When you see how Manchester United has been playing, Manchester United has been playing quite well of recent, very well. You see the formation they are playing, everything is almost on point, with a few football players who have also been playing absolutely well, with the likes of Casemiro, who has been playing brilliantly. And ERIK Ten Hag has been looking at reinforcement in the forward section of Manchester United after Cristiano Ronaldo left for Al Nassr. A perfect replacement of Cristiano Ronaldo is what this gentleman, ERIK Ten Hag, has been looking at, and what the player he's been looking at as a perfect replacement of this gentleman is none other than JOAO Felix. And I do remember that after that explosive interview between Piers Morgan and Cristiano Ronaldo, it didn't leave things the same. Lots of things definitely changed, including the ownership of Manchester United that is possibly going to be changed as the Glazers definitely came out and they said they were selling. And what ERIK Ten Hag also came out and said if they are selling, possibly our new owners will definitely be willing to invest in even much more money, as it is said that what the Glazers were more interested in was just making money, not building the club. And that's why they were going for big names like Paul Pogba, Cristiano Ronaldo, because when they come to a club, when those big names come to a club, they come with quite a lot of merchandise, they come with quite a lot, and they can make a lot of sales, but not much will be given on the pitch. And for some reason, ERIK Ten Hag, when he was coming, he had his football players that he had arranged, saying, I want this football player, I want Tyrell Malacia, I want Lisandro Martinez, I want Christian Eriksen, and everything was definitely sorted for him, and everything has been going on quite well for him. And right about now, his main focus is on the one and only JOAO Felix, who's also been playing brilliantly. JOAO Felix has been playing quite well for a long period of time, still young with a great future ahead of him. And despite the fact that he's young, he's got a lot of experience because he's played quite a lot of clubs. He's played quite a lot of clubs, and that is something that is definitely quite good. So let us know what you think in the comment sections, that you do not miss out on whatever we've got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Manchester United related. We're definitely dedicated to bring to you the latest right here. So you can see that this gentleman, him joining Manchester United, it is a bonus for Manchester United. Already Manchester United is playing very well, with not a very big difference from the first team that Arsenal has. Arsenal being in the first team with 44 points, and Manchester City following. And when you see where Manchester United is, Newcastle, just after Newcastle, sharing points with Newcastle, and sharing points with Newcastle, that definitely means that they go for goal differences, and Newcastle is definitely better at goal difference. And I definitely think it is going to be better for Manchester United at one point in time, because I don't think that Newcastle will hold. I don't think that Newcastle will hold that gap I don't think that Newcastle will hold those points will remain at level with Manchester United or beat Manchester United in terms of points. That's not the type of manager that ERIK Ten Hag is. So I personally think that it is going to be better for Manchester United, as Manchester United could be possibly eyeing the Premier League title, and it is still possible. It is still possible with Arsenal still on top. Arsenal playing very well. Arsenal are definitely playing very well. With Arsenal still on top, Manchester City just down. Manchester City have not been playing quite well recently, but things definitely happen. Things can happen. So we're hoping that possibly Manchester United will be in a better position. And how they have been playing, and have been playing quite well. And once this gentleman joins the club, once JOAO FELIX joins the club, that will definitely mean that a lot will be done. Quite a lot will definitely be done. A lot will be added to the club, and it will be very good. That will be a very wonderful thing. It will be a great thing for JOAO FELIX to join Manchester United. So, which other club could offer JOAO FELIX this amount of money? Which club could offer Atletico Madrid this kind of money? I don't think there is any club. Right upon now, the gap has been between two clubs. It's been between Manchester United and Arsenal. Arsenal saying that they want JOAO FELIX, trying their level best to get JOAO FELIX so that they can tighten their #1 position. But still, Manchester United is saying you cannot have this gentleman because they also need him. And so it's been a bit of a tight race between Manchester United and Arsenal on this gentleman, JOAO FELIX. But things are going on quite well for JOAO FELIX, as he is ready to leave. He has said that he does not like it anymore at Atletico Madrid because it's been a bit of a tight competition at Atletico Madrid. With Diego Simeone trying to, Diego Simeone has tried to not play him, and that definitely didn't go on quite well. Diego Simeone tried not to play this JOAO FELIX because they had their personal grudges, they had their personal differences. But at the end of time, at the end, you'll find that what JOAO FELIX needs is not actually not even a good relationship with his manager. What he needs is game time. He needs to play and prove the world. He definitely needs to prove the world that he is one of the best football players that the world has right about now. And he's already done that when he's been given a chance at the World Cup. He's definitely showed the world that he is one of the best football players that any club can actually have. And that is why Atletico Madrid loses out on that. It's not JOAO FELIX with the problem. It's definitely possibly Diego Simeone with the problem with him. There are personal differences. There are personal differences between them are not healthy for a footballer, a young footballer like JOAO FELIX, who's around 23 years old, are still very young. And if he can be signed for, if the 6 months get done, 19 million paid for 6 months, if that get done and Manchester United are able to sign him for 4 or 5 years, that means he can help the club even much more positions, get it to a much more better position. So I think it could be a great investment. It could be a very wonderful investment for Manchester United to have this lad, to have this gentleman. It will definitely be great. Let us know what you think in the comment section so that you do not miss out on what we've got to bring to you. Please subscribe if you've not yet subscribed. Make your point, subscribe. The subscription button is just down there. Just go to the subscription button, subscribe, and whenever we are live with breaking news, especially right now that we are in the January transfer window, the January transfer window is definitely on. You can get the latest right here. All you need to do is simple, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and whenever we are getting live, whenever we come in live, you can always have that notification on so that you do not miss out on whatever we've got to bring to you. As long as it is sports and as long as it is Manchester United related, we are always the first people to bring it out. As you already know, that we are talking about JOAO FELIX, who is a great football player, one of the best forwards, and he's displayed his talent or whatever nobody can question his talent. His talent is definitely unquestionable. Very good football player, and he is a wonderful one. JOAO FELIX, when it comes to defensive midfield, he can play it quite well. When it comes to central midfield, that's his game, and he's a proper beast when it comes to attacking midfield. He is one of the best that you can definitely ever get. So let us know in the comment section what you think about this gentleman, and make your point, subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever we've got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Manchester United related. We are always the first people to bring it to you straight as it is. So I don't think Manchester United should get back. I don't think Manchester United should be left out on this transfer. I think United should fight for this transfer. I think Manchester United should make sure that they get this transfer in a better position. As a must, I think they should get him. They should get JOAO FELIX. If Manchester United is looking at getting new owners, if the Glazers are leaving, then the new owners possibly have somewhere to start from, and they will. If possibly the Glazers dish out the money for this gentleman, and he is got in this January transfer window, that means, by the way, there is a big possibility that by the summer transfer window, Manchester United ownership will have changed hands, and that means the new owners will come in, and they will be willing to dish out as much money as they can, and possibly JOAO FELIX can be signed as permanent on a permanent deal, not on a loan deal then. So it's quite a bit tricky, as his period is definitely quite small, that Atletico Madrid has given out on loan just because his contract at Atletico Madrid actually expires in 2026, and you can see there's still a long period of time, and that is something like 4 years for JOAO FELIX. That is definitely 4 years for JOAO FELIX. So I don't think that's the greatest thing to do, just having him on loan. I think if immediately after loan, once the loan is done, they can definitely cut off, can have him. The Manchester United can definitely have him. A very wonderful football player, great player, one to have. He's definitely one to have. So let us know in the comment section, so that you do not miss out on whatever we've got to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Manchester United related. We are always dedicated to bring to you the latest right here. We'll be getting into the comment section and seeing who is saying what. I can see Josh Forbes saying, I hope FELIX will not disappoint us in a way. And I can see still Josh Forbes still saying, but Ten Hag should start signing players at Manchester United, not on loan. That's quite true. That's quite true. I agree with you. Somebody. Okay. Thank you, everybody who's been part of this. I'm seeing Prince saying hello. Okay, thank you everybody for being part of this, and we're talking about JOAO FELIX and the Manchester United transfer. We always, as you already know, that it is a fan-based channel. We always talk about sports. We always talk about the transfers, what is going on in the transfers, who's gone where, and definitely who is remaining at the club. Not forgetting who is the club definitely selling. And right about now, the main focus is on the one and only JOAO FELIX, who is a wonderful football player who's been playing quite well before. Been playing very, very well. It's definitely been playing very well, and that's why Manchester United find it as a big bonus, find it as a big thing to have him, because that means the winning ways will continue. Already Manchester United is in the winning ways with some of the football players. My very best, one of my best football players that I like, and that is Aaron Wan-Bissaka, getting back on form. He's been performing quite well. That definitely means that winning ways are definitely back for Manchester United, and we could see glory days coming back to Manchester United, and heading to the top prize is what ERIK Ten Hag is used to. ERIK Ten Hag is not a football manager who is used to getting to the second position. He always goes for the number one position. So as he's been trying to restructure, ERIK Ten Hag has been trying to restructure the club. So we do not expect success just in a blink of an eye. But we can guarantee that Erik ten Hag is definitely going to go for Champions League football, and that will be great of him. And after Champions League football, he will be having an eye on the title. He is a good manager. He is definitely an impressive manager, a wonderful manager, and one to have. That's one of the best decisions that Manchester United definitely made. Sir Alex Ferguson is one of the football managers who chose this gentleman because he said that what he was doing in the Eredivisie section was definitely quite good with Amsterdam, and he needed to import the magic onto Manchester United, and that's what he's done, bringing in football players from the Eredivisie and from Amsterdam, football players like Anthony, football players like Lisandro Martinez, football players like who else was from the Eredivisie. A few more players, and also not forgetting Casemiro, who came in also from Real Madrid, and many other football players that have come in. Christian Eriksen also. The sporting was definitely on point. That was good sporting. That was definitely good sporting. Let us know what you think in the comment section, so that you do not miss out on anything that we definitely have to bring to you, as long as it is sports and as long as it is Manchester United related. We're definitely dedicated to bring to you the latest. So, as you already know, things are going on quite well. Things are definitely going quite well for Manchester United, as we are we're talking about this young lad, still young, with a great future ahead of him, and that's none other than JOAO FELIX, who's been having a few words with the Atletico Madrid management, so that they can definitely leave him, because he himself, he didn't want to leave Atletico Madrid on loan. But Atletico Madrid say they bought him quite a lot of money, and they see a lot of future in him. And there is uncertainty of Diego Simeone as manager at Atletico Madrid, and they hope possibly they could return him to they could have him once Diego Simeone leaves. But I don't think Manchester United will allow that. If they get him for the 6 months and £19 million, that means that after that, that definitely will be quite great to live, actually to have him on a permanent deal, and they'll dish out the money to Atletico Madrid. Let us know in the comment section what you think about this transfer. Make your plan, subscribe, ring that notification bell, so that you do not miss out on whatever we've got to bring to you in this January transfer window. We bring to you the transfers. I will tell you who's gone where, who's remaining at the club, and not forgetting who is the club buying. And right about now, number one on the list is JOAO FELIX, and he is making the news here and there, and with everybody talking about JOAO FELIX, every Manchester United fan talking about JOAO FELIX and him joining the club. So you can let us know whether you think 6 months loan, as I have explained to you, he is, as it stands per now, he is available for on a 6 months loan at £19 million. Let us know as a Manchester United fan, and let us know whether you think what you think, whether the 6 months loan at £19 million is worth, or the concentration should be put on another player other than JOAO FELIX. But I personally think JOAO FELIX, he could be go to Manchester United, and through other things, he could definitely stay after the 6 months, investing quite a bit more money, and everything will definitely fall in place. So I also think possibly more football players are also needed to be signed. More football players are needed to be signed by Manchester United, possibly to make sure that whoever is at the bench is a strong one, a good option. More options are needed at Manchester United, but by how they have been playing, by how Manchester United have been playing, it only means that it's just the head mentality of football players. Because when you say Erik ten Hag is a no-nonsense football player, and actually not football player, football manager, no nonsense. You see what happened with Marcus Rashford. He was benched. Marcus Rashford was definitely benched because of oversleeping. He came late in the meeting, and Erik ten Hag was definitely not happy about it, and that's why he said he was not going to work with Cristiano Ronaldo, who is a legend, but he said he was not willing to work with Cristiano Ronaldo simply because Cristiano Ronaldo was not also willing to listen to him. One is a great football manager and the other is a great football player. So the two forces could not meet, and that's why he said, no, I want somebody who is well-disciplined, somebody who will listen to me, somebody who will do what I say. And that's why he had to say goodbye to Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's been looking for the perfect replacement of Cristiano Ronaldo, and that is actually none other than JOAO FELIX, the Portuguese Magnifico, the Portuguese football player, and also Atletico Madrid football player. Otherwise, make your point, subscribe, and ring that notification bell as a sign out. And I tell you, it's been nice being with you. It's been quite great being with you. I'm saying thank you, and thank you so much for tuning in. And we are always live. It will be live tomorrow again sometime about any transfer that definitely happens. Whatever happens, any breaking done deals, anything will be live. We'll be bringing it to you straight as it is. Otherwise, do not forget, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever we've got to bring to you as we tell you thank you and goodbye for now.